The sea holds many secrets. Some are buried in the deep, others drift in the fog. But one legend has haunted sailors for centuries. A cursed ship, doomed to sail the oceans forever. The Flying Dutchman. Was it a tale of superstition, or a real phantom lurking on the waves? Our story begins in the 17th century, the golden age of sail. An era of unprecedented global trade, dominated by powerful entities like the Dutch East India Company. Their magnificent vessels, laden with spices and silks, charted treacherous courses to the Far East, seeking immense fortune. The most perilous passage lay around Africa's southern tip, the Cape of Good Hope, a notorious ship graveyard. At the helm of one vessel was a formidable captain. While his name varies, some call him Willem van der Decken, others simply the Dutchman. His ambition was singular and unyielding. As his ship approached the Cape, a ferocious storm descended, turning day into night. The ship was tossed mercilessly, its timbers groaning. The terrified crew, seeing only death in the churning abyss, pleaded with their captain to turn back. But Van der Decken, blinded by pride, refused. He stood firm on the quarterdeck, a silhouette against the lightning-streaked sky. In a fit of blasphemous rage, he raised his fist to the heavens and swore a terrible oath. He would round the Cape, even if it took him until Judgment Day. The heavens, it seems, were listening. An otherworldly light enveloped the ship as a spectral voice condemned the captain to his own vow. His fate, and that of his crew, was sealed. They were damned to sail the oceans for eternity, never to make port, a ghostly omen of doom for all who crossed their path. The Flying Dutchman was born. In the age of sail, life at sea was a brutal, isolating existence. Months, sometimes years, were spent battling the elements, far from the certainties of land. It was in this crucible of fear and uncertainty that the whispers began. As the years passed, these whispers spread like wildfire through the taverns and docks of every port, carried on the lips of sailors who had stared into the abyss of the open ocean and seen something stare back. They spoke of a phantom vessel, an omen bathed in an unholy phosphorescent glow. It would appear suddenly, its sails tattered yet full. On its decks, a spectral crew moved with jerky, unnatural motions, their faces gaunt, their eyes hollow sockets of despair. They never answered hails, never altered their course, simply gliding through the waves like a ghost through a wall. The sighting was a death sentence. To lay eyes upon the Flying Dutchman, they said, was to be marked for doom. A sudden squall would rise from a calm sea. A ship's mast would inexplicably splinter. Whether the ship brought the disaster or simply foretold it, the result was the same. Every shipwreck, every vanished crew, every maritime tragedy near the Cape of Good Hope and beyond was laid at its spectral feet. The legend became a lens through which sailors interpreted the inherent dangers of their profession. For the men who sailed those waters, the distinction between a real ghost and the fear it inspired hardly mattered. The tale travelled along the great maritime trade routes, a piece of cultural baggage as vital as any compass or chart. From the frigid North Atlantic to the spice-laden waters of the East Indies, sailors from Europe to Asia shared the same chilling story, retelling the curse in a dozen different languages, each crew adding their own terrifying encounter to the ever-growing legend. Reports of the Flying Dutchman aren't just sailor gossip. In 1881, Prince George of England, later King George V, recorded seeing a ghostly ship off the coast of Australia. The royal logbook described a red glowing phantom vanishing before their eyes. Naval officers, explorers, even fishermen across the centuries have reported the same vision. Could so many witnesses be mistaken? The Flying Dutchman became more than a tale. It became folklore. Sailors believed it was a punishment for arrogance, a symbol of human pride against the power of nature. Songs, poems, and even operas told the story. Wagner's famous opera, The Flying Dutchman, brought the legend to European stages, turning myth into cultural memory. But science has its answers. Experts say sightings of the Dutchman may be explained by the Fata Morgana, a strange optical illusion where light bends across layers of hot and cold air. Ships beyond the horizon can appear as ghostly vessels floating in the sky. To sailors with little knowledge of physics, it seemed like a cursed ship from another world. The Flying Dutchman's legacy didn't vanish with time. It lives on in books, paintings, and even Hollywood blockbusters. From sailor taverns to the silver screen, the ghost ship continues to terrify and inspire, centuries after the first whispered stories. So, what are we to make of these centuries of sightings? Perhaps the Flying Dutchman was nothing more than a phantom born of science, not spirits. The most likely culprit is a complex optical illusion known as a fata morgana. This superior mirage occurs when layers of air at different temperatures bend light rays, projecting a distorted, often shimmering image of a distant ship far above the horizon where it shouldn't be. To a weary sailor, staring into the disorienting haze, such a vision would seem undeniably supernatural. Other natural phenomena, like the eerie glow of St. Elmo's fire dancing on a ship's mast, or the ghostly light of bioluminescence in the water, could easily be woven into the fabric of a terrifying encounter. And yet, can science truly explain it all? Or does the legend persist because it speaks to a deeper truth? For centuries, sailors have lived in a world of profound isolation, at the mercy of an unpredictable and often deadly sea. In the face of such overwhelming power, the human mind seeks patterns, creating stories to explain the unexplainable. Fear, exhaustion, and the powerful tradition of maritime folklore create a potent psychological brew. Was it confirmation bias, where every strange light or distant sail was forced to fit the narrative of the cursed Dutchman? Or perhaps, as the old salts believed, the ship truly sails the ocean still, a tangible warning, cursed to wander the waves until the end of time. Myth, superstition, or a truth we are no longer equipped to see. In our modern age of GPS, satellite imaging and advanced radar, the world's oceans have become charted and predictable. Sightings of the Dutchman have dwindled, seemingly relegated to a bygone era. Has technology simply debunked the myth, proving it was always just misidentification and illusion? Or has the spectral ship retreated from our noisy, illuminated world, appearing only to those who still understand the sea's ancient and mysterious language? The ocean is vast, and its deepest trenches remain less explored than the surface of the moon. The sea guards its secrets well. The definitive truth about the Flying Dutchman may forever elude us, lost to the fog of time and the depths of the sea. But its power as a story is undeniable. The legend lives on not just as a ghost story told to frighten novice sailors, but as a chilling and profound reminder of humanity's relationship with the vast, untamable wilderness of the ocean. It embodies our deepest fears of nature's wrath and our eternal fascination with the unknown that lies just beyond the horizon. So we turn the question to you. What do you believe, ghost story or reality? Share your theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this voyage into the heart of maritime mystery, help us continue our explorations by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you'll be the first to come aboard when we cast off for our next journey into the unknown. There are countless other tales waiting to be told, hidden in the depths and whispered on the winds. Until next time, keep questioning,